Hey Yogi, I'm Sandra. Welcome to class. Today I have a class designed to relieve period cramps. It's also really good for low back pain and any general tension in the pelvic area. If you like this class, please remember to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and subscribe to the channel for more. Go ahead and grab any props you may need, maybe a cushion, maybe a blanket. Feel free to do this wherever you feel comfortable, either like on a cozy rug. You can use your yoga mat. You could do this on your bed even. And when you're ready, I'll meet you right back here. Let's get started. Today, we're going to begin in a child's pose with the knees spread wide. So go ahead and get into position. Open up the knees. Grab anything you need to feel comfortable here. Maybe a cushion underneath the bum or under the chest. And then reach the arms forward. Rest the forehead onto the earth. Close the eyes. Take a moment to check in with body, breath, mind, emotion here. Notice what you're feeling, where you're feeling it. The things we feel and think have a way of manifesting themselves within the body physically. So just go ahead and do a little scan from fingertips to toes. Bring your awareness to the belly. Make sure it is completely relaxed here. Sinking down towards the earth. Bring attention to the pelvic floor. Go ahead and release anything tight that you're holding down there. Begin to invite more air into the body. And with each breath, send energy down towards the belly, pelvic floor, lower back area. Send openness and breath and release. Take a breath here to prepare the body for gentle movement. And with the next inhale, begin to peel the hips up off the heels. Bring the belly down towards the earth. Soft elbows. Open up the front abs. Open up the chest. Tuck the tailbone down to protect the lower back. Big breaths here. Invite some rotation into the shoulders to stretch into different parts of the abs. Maybe invite some rotations into the hips. Peel one hip off the earth, the other. Notice how that feels. Come back to your upward dog. One more big breath here. Then lift the hips. Come into a tabletop. Close the eyes here. Allow the hips to rotate side to side. Up and down. Pause in any spots that feel sticky or that feel good, or that feel like they just need a little extra love and attention. Take 3 breaths here to really find what feels good for you. At the bottom of the next breath, draw the right knee in towards the chest, place the foot in between the hands. And here we're going for a 90-degree angle with the right leg, 90-degree angle with the left leg. Check in with the hips, make sure they're in line with one another. Right knee stacked over right ankle, then reach the arms up towards the sky. Grab left wrist with right hand. Exhale, hinge towards the right. Feel a big stretch in the hip flexor, front side body here. Inhale through center, switch hands. Exhale towards the left. Inhale to center, place the hands behind the head, tuck the tailbone, draw the chin towards the chest. Check in with the hips here, make sure they're in line with one another. Feel a big stretch in the front of the pelvic floor here. Inhale through center, exhale to sink the hips, open up the heart, stretch the abs, sink into the hips, send air down, energy, release. Exhale, find your way back to tabletop. Then bring left knee forward, right foot in between the hands. Again, 90-90 here, 90 degrees with the left leg, knee stacked directly over the ankle, hips directly over the right knee, in line with one another. Inhale to reach the arms up, grab onto right wrist. Exhale, hinge towards the left. Send big, healing, releasing breaths into the hips. Inhale through center. Exhale to the other side. Big breaths. Inhale to center. Exhale, hands behind the head. Tuck the tailbone, hug the ribs in, chin to chest. Big stretch in the front pelvic area on the right. Inhale to lift. Exhale, sink the hips down. Open up the heart towards the sky. Big breaths. Exhale to release the hands down to the earth. Come through tabletop, back into your child's pose. Open up the knees. Take a few big breaths here, continuously sending energy and relief to the low back and pelvic floor. With the next inhale, prepare for gentle movement. Lift the hips up off the heels. Come to a table pose, and then step right foot forward, left foot forward. Big wide squat, sink the hips down. Press the elbows into the knees. Here it might be helpful also to place a cushion under your bum, if that feels good for you. While you're here, check in with the pelvic floor. Allow it to release. Allow the lower belly to release. Walk the hands forward. Allow the chin to come towards the chest. Relax into it. Deep belly breaths. Five more breaths here. Maybe fold forward a little bit deeper. Release a little bit more. With the next breath, walk the fingertips forward a little bit more. Lift the hips up towards the sky. Step the feet back. Come through a downward dog gently, just to come into a pigeon. So draw the right knee towards the right elbow, right wrist. Draw the left ankle towards the left wrist. And slowly settle down onto your mat. Sink the hips. You can either keep the chest lifted here or hinge forward, lay down. Go ahead and use any props that you need here to find comfort and release. We'll spend 5 deep belly breaths here. Bring the attention down to the pelvic floor. Let go of any tension you're holding down there. Let your energy flow. One more breath here. And then slowly make your way to seated. Shift the weight onto the right bum cheek. Swing the left leg forward, right leg back. We'll find pigeon on the other side. Take any props or adjustments that you need to feel comfort and release here. When you're ready, settle into the breath here. Send energy, send relief down to the pelvic floor. Five more breaths here. Breathe deeply into the belly. With the next breath, come up to center. Shift the weight onto the left bum cheek. Reach the right leg forward. Bring the soles of the feet together. Come into a pretty long diamond shape butterfly position with your legs. Reach the spine long here. And then exhale, slowly fold forward. Feel free to place a cushion or a bolster or a blanket underneath you here. The goal is release. You can experiment here with the position of the feet. Maybe try pulling them a little closer to the body or a little further. Notice what feels best, what feels like the most release for you. We'll be here for a minute or two. Soft belly. Send energy and attention down to the pelvic floor and lower back area. Notice where you're holding tension and release it with the breath, with the oxygen that's flowing out of your body. Imagine that tension attaching itself to the oxygen in your bloodstream and flowing out as you exhale. Allow each breath to take you deeper. Find the sweetness and the release. Five more breaths here. With the next inhale, roll up through seated. And slowly find your way onto your back. Knees bent. Hug the knees into the chest. Then grab the soles of the feet either from the outside or the inside, or reach arms inside the knees and grab the outside of the feet. Just notice what feels good for you here, and let the heels rise towards the sky. Soft belly, soft lower back, soft pelvic floor. Close the eyes, drop into the body, drop into the feeling. Find what feels good for you here. Maybe try extending one leg or the other, rocking side to side. Maybe just hug the knees wide into the armpits. 3 more breaths here. Exhale to release the left foot to the earth. Cross right ankle over left knee. Press the right knee away from the body. Then bring the right ankle towards the body by lifting that left foot off the earth. Deep breaths here. Breathe, release into the hips, into the pelvic floor. Two more breaths. Send energy down to where you need it. And exhale to cross the right leg over the left. Go ahead and grab onto the ankles. Take a few rocks side to side here. Release the ankles, reach the arms wide along the sides, and drop the knees towards the left. Twist here. Feel free to adjust your twist to where you feel like you need it the most. With the legs crossed here, you'll feel it in the hip. If you want to feel it more in the low back, then uncross the legs, reach the knee across the body a little bit more. And depending on how high or low that knee, the right knee is where you'll feel it in the back. So the higher up you bend the knee, the higher up in the back you'll feel the twist. Find the sticky, delicious spot for you and breathe into it. Five more breaths here. When you're ready, come to center. Bend the knees. Hug the knees into the chest, into the armpits. Rock side to side. Then release. Right foot to the earth. Cross left ankle over right knee. Press the left knee away from the body. Then lift that right foot off the ground. Bring the left ankle towards the body. Big breaths into the hips here. Into the pelvic floor. Three more breaths here. Drop into your body, drop into the feeling. Maybe let yourself release. Now cross left leg over right. Grab onto the ankles. Take a few rocks side to side. Notice what feels good. Reach the arms out to the sides. And drop the knees towards the right. Again, take a moment to adjust here. Notice what feels good. Find where you need the twist today. Breathe into it. Settle into the body. Invite release with every exhale. Five more breaths here. When you're ready, exhale to release. Come to center, knees bent. Open the knees out to the sides, soles of the feet together. Take a moment to find what feels good here. Maybe you place a cushion underneath the shoulders to elevate and release in the lower back. Place the hands on the belly. over your ovaries, over your uterus. Feel the warmth of the hands seeping into the body. Use the hands as vessels of healing, vessels of relief. And as you feel that warmth, imagine that warmth as your energy coming into the body to give you release and relief. Feel free to stay here for as long as feels good. And when you're ready, go ahead and extend the legs. Come into your final resting position. You can keep the hands on the lower belly if you'd like. Take a moment to give yourself a big thank you for dedicating this time to yourself. And thank you for spending this time with me.